Hey, what's up, guys? So today I'm going to be installing FreeBSD and I'm just going to kind of show you the ropes, kind of configure some things, show you how to get your Wi-Fi set up, how to get some things so that you have like a desktop environment or window manager, that sort of thing. Just kind of get you up and running, and hopefully this will be, you know, this will be kind of a heads up. And just so you know, FreeBSD is known for its stability, performance, and clean architecture, making it a great choice for power users who want complete control over their system. spectrwm is, like I said, my favorite tiling window manager, and so that's one I'll be using. It's perfect for a keyboard-driven workflow. So let's get started. Okay. After completing the base FreeBSD installation, we need to update the system. This basically ensures that you have all the latest security patches and bug fixes. So you're just basically going to run these two commands as root. First, you're going to start off with FreeBSD update fetch to download the updates. And then you are going to enter FreeBSD update install to apply them. This might take a few minutes depending on how many updates are available. First, you'll install sudo by using package install sudo as root. And then you would run vsudo to edit the sudoers file. You want to uncomment the line that allows members of the wheel group to use sudo. In this case, I'm going to look for the one that doesn't require me to use my password all the time. Now we're going to create a user account, or a hypothetical one. Maybe you want to add a separate user account and give different user permissions or whatever it is. This is kind of how you would do that. The first one you could do is you could create a user account interactively with the add user command or the pw command for more control. I like to add my user to the wheel and video groups right away. The wheel group gives you sudo access, and the video group provides access to graphics hardware. And don't forget to set up a password with the passwd command. Before we can build anything or customize our system, we need development tools. FreeBSD's package system makes this very easy. Just install the essential C libraries and build tools with this command. We're getting LLVM, gmake, packageconf, and the AutoTools suite. These are the foundation for compiling software from source, which we will be doing later. Next, if you're a Neovim user like me, install it along with useful utilities like JQ, repgrep, Node, and Python packages. I'm also installing Kitty Terminal, Starship Prompt, and Exa for a better command line experience. Now it's time to install the window manager and desktop components. My favorite window manager is spectrwm, along with several supporting tools. So install spectrwm, nitrogen for wallpaper management, PCFM for a really cool file manager, Dozen2 for a status bar that I use, and Conky for system monitoring, and of course LX Appearance for theming. Of course, we need Xorg for our display server. It's important to note, if you're running in VirtualBox, skip PyCom. Compositing doesn't really work well there. At least I haven't gotten it to work very well on BSD. Bare metal, go ahead and install PyCom for nice transparency and shadow effects. Now we need a display manager to handle a graphical login. lightdm is lightweight and works great with minimal window managers. Simply install lightdm and lightdm GTK greeter, then create the xsession directory. This is where the desktop entries go. You just basically create a file called spectrwm.desktop in the xsession directory. This tells lightdm about spectrwm and how to launch it. The desktop entry is pretty simple. It just needs a name, a comment, and an executable command. Now, let's personalize a system with our Dotfiles. I keep all my configurations in GitLab repos. That really makes it easy for me to sync across machines. However, I've been rethinking that I might be going to Codeberg soon, but that's a different video altogether. Then create a build directory and clone your installation scripts. Move the fonts to the appropriate location in your home directory. Then it's just as simple as navigating your config directory and cloning your spectrwm and PyCom configurations. Make sure to rename the directories to remove any -bsd suffix. The applications expect specific directory names. Now don't forget to grab your wallpapers too and clone them into the pictures directory. At least that's where I usually put them. And finally, if you prefer Bash over the default shell, change it with the xsh command like this. First, identify your graphics card with the PCI-conf-LV command like this. This shows what hardware that you have. For Intel graphics, install drm-kmod and load the i915KMS module and add it to your system startup. AMD users kind of do something rather similar, but they either load the AMD GPU for modern cards or Radeon KMS for older Radeon cards. And NVIDIA is a bit more involved. You install the NVIDIA-DRM-kmod. You enable mode setting in the bootloader configuration and load both the NVIDIA and the NVIDIA mode set modules. But since I'm actually running QEMU with Vert Manager, the setup is quite different. I'm using the Visa driver, which is the generic fallback driver. Basically, if it isn't already installed, you would install the xf86-video Visa and then create an Xorg configuration file specifying Visa as the driver. You can optionally install a QEMU guest agent for better VM integration, though I found it doesn't always work perfectly. The key is creating that device.conf file in the X11 configuration directory telling Xorg to use the Visa driver. Just a side note, you might be thinking of QXL. I tried that driver as well. It didn't really work for me. Maybe there's some sort of configuration that I haven't been able to figure out. If it does exist, I'm probably going to run across it eventually. Now we are almost done. We just need to configure some essential system services. First, edit the etc fstab and add 3 file systems. procfs for process information, fdeskfs for file descriptors, and tempfs for a memory-backed temporary directory. These are important for many applications to work correctly. Next, enable and start dbus message bus service. dbus is required for modern desktop applications to communicate with each other. You probably already know how I feel about that. We'll try to find an alternative at some point. Finally, enable lightdm so it starts automatically at boot. This gives us our graphical login screen. And that's pretty much it. Just reboot your system with sudo reboot and you should be greeted by the lightdm login screen. Of course, you would select spectrwm as your session, login, and you should have a fully functional FreeBSD desktop with a tiling window manager. From here, you can customize spectrwm to your heart's content, modify the key bindings, adjust the layouts, configure your status bar with Conky and Dozen2, and set your wallpaper with nitrogen. FreeBSD combined with a lightweight window manager gives you incredible performance and complete control over your system. It takes some setting up, but the result is a rock-solid, customized environment tailored exactly to your needs. Another thing is I haven't figured out why my bash prompt isn't working in the virtual box, but it is on my laptop. I don't really know why that is, but I figure, probably the safest bet to fixing my bash prompt is basically just making everything POSIX compliant, which is easy enough, which I'll probably be doing in the not so distant future. The only other thing I think was setting up Wi-Fi, which was fairly easy. You just basically do it with the following commands. You should have Wi-Fi set up. This was the easiest I found to set it up. Feel free to update it or do anything else like that. Compiling software from source was pretty straightforward. Basically, like if you've ever had to deal with like a non-systemd operating system or an operating system where the binaries are located in a different direction, you just know that all you have to do is alter the make file and maybe add a couple of flags, and you should be good to go. I had to do this for a number of operating systems over the years, so it was pretty straightforward for me, but maybe it might be a little bit of a challenge if you've never done something like that. I also tried gmake and make, and they were pretty straightforward. Both of them worked pretty much equally. The only other thing is I only had to hunt down one dependency to install my suckless software. I'm wondering if DWM won't be something similar, but I don't know yet. But overall, this was fairly straightforward and fairly easy for me to set up. If you found this helpful, please like and subscribe and hit that bell notification since I am being actively shadow banned on YouTube. Drop a comment if you have any questions or run into any issues. Thanks for watching, nerds, and enjoy your new FreeBSD setup. If you want to watch a video on how Arch beat out all its competition, check out that video over here. And I would also like to thank these special people right here. These are my highest tier patrons. Without their help, this video would just not be possible. Thanks for watching and enjoy your FreeBSD setup. Later, nerds.